What's going on, everybody? This Afro Think Tank. You know, white people don't fully understand what racism is. They don't. They don't look at it the same way we do. They don't utilize the same definition for racism. They don't. Right? They think that racism is something that black people can be just as well as them. They don't understand that racism is just prejudice with the power to affect another person with your prejudice. Anybody can be prejudiced, right? There are prejudiced people everywhere. Every group of people is prejudiced to a certain degree against other people based off preconceived notions and ideological thinkings and whatnot, right? But the thing is, white people have the power to affect other people's lives with their prejudice. And that in turn is racism. But you see, white people have been oppressed by their people to the point to where they believe that their oppression and the oppression that they place upon us is the same thing. So they view everything being all equal, is that whatever oppression that we're complaining about, they also suffer from the same thing. Therefore, what are we complaining about? When they're also suffering the same economic and social downfalls from the government as we are, right? They don't realize that their oppression is a class oppression onto them, that's placed upon them by the upper class of their societies, while racism is the oppression placed upon us by that same upper class, utilizing them as tools to oppress us. They don't realize that they are, in fact, the cog in the machine of oppression and global white supremacy. But the global white supremacy does not apply to them. They're a cog in the machine. They're not exactly the machine. You understand? They don't get the benefit from the machine themselves, right? And that's some influx. That's where we're at right now. We're getting to the point where white folks have figured out that this whiteness thing, right? This white supremacy thing, this thing that everybody else keeps complaining about white people and what they have, they're realizing that they don't have it. They're realizing that they don't benefit from the white supremacy the way that they would like to benefit from it. Because obviously, when things are being done to other groups of people, you don't hear a peep from white folks. You don't hear anything from white people when other people are being oppressed. Not at all. But once they start to get oppressed in a way that they can feel it, now all of a sudden, there's an issue that we all need to gather together and fix, right? And therein lies the problem, is that they don't have true empathy for other people. They only care about themselves, right? And it's themselves they're trying to take care of, not everybody else. But they, just like the oligarchs at the top, know that they need poor white people to enforce their white supremacy. These poor white folks need POCs and they need black people to help liberate them from their class oppression that they are currently realizing that they are suffering from, while they dole out white supremacy on behalf of the well-to-do to keep everybody divided and conquered. Without further ado, I want you to listen to this legend, right? Talk to a bunch of white folks about racism, and you will see that clearly white people, they don't understand what racism is. And if you don't understand what something is, there's no way to fix or move past it. Anyway, that's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
Show of hands. How many people think they understand what racism is? Show of hands. Come on, you think you know. I'm not suggesting I know. I just have a couple of definitions that kind of came to me as I thought about it. How many people think there are white racists? That there are white racists out there? How many think there are black racists out there? Okay. Now, this is an interesting thing because this becomes important as we begin to define concepts. Now, I do that. I usually define concepts all the way. But one of the things that I do is I try to help people get a picture of what I mean by racism. So tell me how it is. First category is white racism, then we'll deal with black racism. So white racism. Tell me the ways in which white racism adversely impacts the lives of black people. Just what are the ways that white racism can adversely impact the lives of black people as a group? What are some of those ways? I'm sorry? Power, but how is that defined specifically? Education, okay. I'm sorry? Economically, employment. What else? Housing. What else? Policing. Why are we here today? Healthcare. Okay. Now, we can actually kind of grow that list. Now we're going to move over to black racism. Tell me the ways in which black racism adversely impacts the lives of white people as an entire group. Thank you. The reason why you become silent, there's one that always comes up, and that's fear. White people are afraid of black people. They are afraid of us. And it's a very interesting thing because black people know it. We know white people are afraid, but you have to start getting into the psychology. What are you afraid of? Why are you afraid? But it's an interesting dynamic. Now, also you see the difference in what racism is, do you not? Racism implies you have not just prejudice, but the power to do something with that prejudice. Now, I want you to look at this photo very closely, and I want you to see who's in it. More important than the man hanging, because you got to understand the lynchings that occurred in America happened after slavery, not during. Thousands of lynchings happened after slavery, because this is a reaction to white fear of what we would do once freed. But we didn't create a vigilante group to take out white people, but they did create a vigilante group to take us out now that we're free. See, that happened after slavery. They were called the what? The Ku Klux Klan. They don't wear hoods anymore. They wear suits. But they're alive and well.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Wait. Before you go, for all my subscribers and philanthropists out there, I'm building a solar power community water bowl system in Nigeria. It's going to cost between $5,000 and $6,000. I'm trying to raise money. If you want to participate and help me build this solar power water system, please donate to the Cash App and put solar water in the notes. Solar water in the notes. I'll put PayPal, Stripe, and Zelle. Anyway, thank you. That's all I got to say. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out. Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.